In this video, I'm going to share a little attraction tip with you that I discovered completely by accident. And if you time this correctly, it will literally make women obsessed with you. Like, I'm not being hyperbolic. I almost feel bad sharing this with you because if my wife or any of my lady friends watch this video, they're probably going to yell at me and say it's too manipulative, which is why I need to preface by saying only use this with good intentions. Do not use this shit with women just to get laid, because it will definitely get you laid, like a lot. Now, like I said, about 10 years ago, I discovered this completely by accident when I was actually trying to work my way out of my full-on fuckboy phase, trying to become a better guy. And I was pretty shocked at how powerful this really was. See, at that time, flirting and escalating had become so second nature that going for the close was just habitual. But then I realized I wanted more than casual hookups. I was looking for something more real. So if I was hanging out with a girl that I actually liked, I started showing more restraint. And the result of that was that it drove women absolutely mad. Like, they'd literally be begging for it. So in this video, I want to show you 3 different ways to show restraint that will make women obsess over you. I'm going to show you exactly what to say and when to say it, so there's nothing left to question. You'll know exactly how to pull this off. Now, because I respect your time, I'm just going to dive right into the video. All I ask in return is that if you find this helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you really enjoy this, I'd appreciate seeing your feedback in the comment sections. If that sounds good, let's dive into the video. All right, so the idea here is that you want to make women obsess over you by showing restraint. Now, there are 3 different ways we're going to cover in this video that you can show restraint. The first is reverse assumptive language. Then I want to show you how to use physical restraint and emotional restraint to position yourself as a challenge. You have to understand, when you show restraint, it feels very unfamiliar to women because they are used to having the power of the P. They know how to wield their physical and sexual influence over men. It's the most powerful tool in their entire toolbox. So they're not used to men showing restraint. When you do this, it makes you a challenge, but you have to execute this at the right time and the right way. So let's get into some examples. First, we'll talk about reverse assumptive language. Let me explain what that means before I show you the example. So typically in my courses or in my other videos, when I talk about assumptive language, that means that you're using language that assumes this connection is continuing into the future. For example, if you're joking around, no, like, we're going to settle this on the second date. Or if you're talking to her and you're like, man, I feel like my mom is going to love you. Or you're from LA? Like, I've never been. Like, you'll have to take me there sometime. All of those statements are making an assumption that you and this girl are going to keep seeing each other into the future. Reverse assumptive language kind of makes the assumption that this isn't going to continue. Like, I got to put a stop to this. And let me show you what I mean. So the first example here, let's pretend like you're talking to a girl you just met at the bar, or like you're on a date, whatever. And you can just say, I don't think it'd work out between us. Like, I'm a good boy. Like, hey, like, no, you're a cool girl. Like, I like you. I don't think it'd work out between us. Like, I'm a good boy. Now, what that does is it says I'm a good boy, which implies, like, I'm better behaved than you. Like, your sexual influence isn't going to work on me. And it says, I don't think it'd work out between us. Like, when you say that to a girl, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? Who do you think you are? Like, and it's in a fun, playful way. Keep that in mind too. Like, you're not saying this seriously. It's sarcastic, but you say, I don't think it'd work out between us. I'm a good boy. You're positioning yourself as a challenge. Women love this shit, okay? So reverse assumptive language. You're assuming that it's not going to work out. And essentially, it's like you're playing defense. Women just aren't used to that. Another example, and this is one of my favorites. This is actually the line I used when I discovered this entire idea. It was a girl from high school that was way out of my league. And like 5 years after I graduated, I run into her at a bar. We're hitting it off all night. She offers to drive me home. And then we pull up. And I'm like, hey, I wanted to invite you in for a drink, but I just need you to know, like, if you come in, nothing is going to happen. Oh my gosh, bro. This is such a banger. Like, when you get ahead of the thing that she's preparing to say no to, it drives her absolutely insane. Like, women are used to being the ones playing defense. When you reverse the roles, now you're the one playing defense. Like, hey, like, I wanted you to come in for a drink, but I just need you to know nothing's going to happen. She's going to be like, motherfucker, who does this guy think he is? And again, the whole idea here is we want to make her crack you. She wants to feel like you're the one resisting and she's the one wielding her influence over you. You could also use this on a first date. So you're sitting at a table with the girl, the vibes are high, you've been flirting, you've been escalating. And then you can be like, look, I'm having a great time. Like, I kind of want to invite you over for a glass of wine after this, but I just need you to know if you come over, like, nothing's going to happen. And girls will be like, what do you mean? Like, of course nothing's going to happen. Like, what kind of girl do you think I am? And you're like, no, I'm just saying, like I actually respect you. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Bro, it drives the women mad. You can't underestimate how powerful this is. The last example I put here, which is also really good, is you could say, I'd invite you in, but I don't know if I trust us together. I'd invite you over after this. I don't know if I trust us alone together. When you say that, it shows so much restraint. Again, women are so unfamiliar with men that are able to resist their sexual influence. It's all about the power of the P, bro. They wield it without discrimination. They're wielding that shit every single day to get what they want in this life. When you are able to resist, when you show restraint, it gives her permission to initiate. This is huge. Normally it's us that are initiating. Normally it's us that, we're the ones chasing and being aggressive. And I think you should do that because at some point, you are going to have to flirt and escalate. You are going to have to display your value. You are going to have to demonstrate qualities that make her choose you. The idea with this is that once you have her interest, then you switch into like a defensive posture. You start showing restraint. And now she's got to go on the offensive. It drives women absolutely mad, man. Like they're not used to this, I promise you. Now, the next way to show restraint is physically. So we're talking about physical restraint. Now, this is going to piggyback off the reverse assumptive language. So you start out by making it seem like, oh, you can't come inside or I can't invite you over because I'm afraid something will happen. She's going to be like, no, of course nothing will happen. And then she's going to come over. Now she's over. And now she's probably throwing herself at you, trying to crack you. This is what you want. And the second you start making out with this girl, or when it starts getting hot and heavy, what I want you to do is stop kissing her. I want you to be like, hey, sorry, I just need a sec. And she's gonna be like, what? Is everything okay? And then you say, yeah, no, everything's fine. It's just I told myself, I wouldn't jump into physical stuff too fast. Or, hey, I'm trying to be better. Or, look, it's just I actually want to see where this goes. You could even pair these together. She's gonna be like, oh, what? Is everything okay? Yeah, it's just I'm trying to be a better guy. And I actually want to see where this goes. I actually respect you. Now, when you do this, she's going to be like, oh my God, this guy didn't even want to invite me over. And now I'm at his place or he's at my place and we're starting to make out. And now he's stopping it. I'm literally ready to throw myself. I'm ready to sleep with this guy and he's going to stop it because he says he's trying to be better and he actually respects me. Oh my gosh, bro. It's so crazy what this does to a woman's head because 99% of guys don't do this shit. They are not used to men being able to restrain themselves when the P is on the platter. You know what I'm saying? So when you say stuff like this, again, it makes her want to crack you. It's almost like the Vince Vaughn scene in the bathroom from Wedding Crashers.
I'd like to play some catch up on finding out who's inside here. Okay?
Jeremy. Jeremy, you're amazing.
Oh, God, I think you're amazing.
Oh, my God, don't ever leave me.
Ever.
In that scene, he's like, I just want to learn more about what's going on in here. And she's like, oh, my God, don't ever leave me or I'll find you. I mean, dude, that's literally what this type of shit does to women's minds. Now, the third thing you can do is show emotional restraint. This is going to be the most challenging for you guys, especially if you like this girl, especially if it's going well. But here's how this works. Let's assume that you've already started fooling around together and that you've been seeing this girl for a little bit. Maybe it's been 3, 4, 5 dates. Maybe it's been 3 months. Doesn't matter. Now, at some point, you and this woman are going to have the talk. Me and my old wingman Dax used to joke around about the talk. And that's essentially when a woman starts the conversation around what are we? Where is this going? What are you looking for? Now, sometimes this will come up on the first date. I think it's best if you can avoid this and let the woman initiate this conversation on her own. And let me explain why. You want her to initiate the talk and ask what you're looking for, where you think this is going between you guys. And then I want you to say something like, I like you. It's just that I've made the mistake before of rushing in. I've made the mistake before of just rushing in blindly. And so I wanted to see where your head was at first. What I want you to do is just reverse Uno that shit. Reverse card. No, I'm not showing you my hand. You got to show me your hand first. And this is a way of protecting yourself, but it also tells a woman that you're not sold yet. Like, you are prepared to hit the eject button if you're not convinced that her intentions are good. And that's very attractive. Women don't want you throwing yourself down at their feet. They want to know that you have standards. They want to be held to a high standard. And so when you open up like this and you say, look, she asks you like what you're looking for, and you say, look, I like you. It's just, I've made the mistake before of rushing in, and so I just wanted to know where your head's at first. Well, the main thing that does that's so good that helps you protect yourself is it makes her reveal her feelings first. So like if I'm playing poker, like why am I going to show you my hand? You show me your hand first. Like you might have a royal flush. You might also have like a pair of twos. I don't know what you got. So let's see your cards first, and then I can make my decision. And the other reason this is really powerful is it makes her think, if I don't invest, he'll leave. That's essentially what this communicates. Look, I like you. I've made the mistake of rushing in before. So I don't know. I guess I just wanted to see where your head was at. What that tells her is that if I don't answer this correctly, if I don't tell him the right thing right now about how I'm feeling, he's going to dip. And then that forces her to show her hands. That forces her to invest. So you can imagine, guys, if you play this out the whole way, when you first started seeing her, you were using reverse assumptive language, and you were giving her permission to initiate by playing defense. You were the one showing restraint. What? No, nothing's going to happen. I'd invite you in, but I don't trust us together. I don't think it'd work out between us. I'm a good boy, right? So all of this forces her to initiate on you. Then she starts throwing herself at you. She's trying to use her sexual influence on you. And then you show physical restraint. Look, it's just, I'm trying to be better. I actually want to see where this goes. I actually respect you. And this makes her want to crack you even more. And so now she's been forced into a position of pursuing you. And that makes her feel like obsessed over you. And then she finally asks you, where is this going? What do you want between us? And you just say, well, look, I like you. I just need you to show me your hand first. And now this girl is like, at every step of the way, you've been forcing her to come for you. This is how you create that masculine frame, guys. And it's all fun too, right? Like you're not saying anything offensive. You're not being a dick. You're not being aggressive or defensive or like overly intense. You can keep this all lighthearted and fun and sarcastic and still take that posture of like, hey, I'm showing restraint here. You're going to have to come to daddy, right? Like that's kind of the idea. Now, again, guys, do not use this for evil. Please don't abuse this. Don't say this type of shit if you don't mean it. Like be a good dude. But if you are with a girl that you're seeing on a date or 2 dates and you're like, man, this girl's actually cool. Like I do like this girl. Like I see potential here. That's when you can show this level of restraint. And I promise it will drive them absolutely mad. Fellas, if you want to learn how to work with me one-on-one, there's a link in the description. You can also join my free Skool community. There's hundreds of men in there already getting better. And please, if you found this helpful, it would mean so much if you hit that like and subscribe button. Gents, thanks for watching. My name is KJ Harlow. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.